Well, hello there and welcome to another Dyrus video. Today I'm going to review the masteries of the new public client and not so much of the champion select because we all kind of have a good idea of it, but for masteries I'm going to give you my opinion on what's going to be strong for each heroes. So as for a setup, let's say you're going AD, you would go attack speed, feast. This one's a little hard because this gives you like 10 AD, but this also gives you 2% lifesteal. I think the 2% lifesteal might be better, but on paper this is going to be worth more, so I'm not too sure. I think it's personal preference, and if you have an AP ratio, this is probably actually better. Um, what this does give you though is that extra lifesteal is actually not that bad, but if you want to go for more damage, then I suggest going this. So assuming you're an 80, I'm just going to say this. Next thing is Bounty Hunter. So the reason why I think Bounty Hunter is better is because in the long run, if you kill every single champion, you can get up to 5 increased damage. And compared to this, which is 2.5 throughout the game, if you don't get any kills, it's pointless, but I think the potential of this scales so well, you're going to eventually kill other champions as an AD, so I would get this. Either Magic Pen or Armor Pen, that's an obvious no-brainer. 7% Armor Pen, holy moly. Then the big one is Critical Strikes. So this is why Yasuo and Trin are going to be pretty OP this patch, because Critical Strikes heal you for 15% of damage dealt. That doesn't seem much, but it adds up every 2 seconds. I think it's ridiculous, actually. As for the rest of these, are kind of like whatever. This crit thing is huge. If you don't have crits though, then you probably want to get either this or this. But after that, as an AD, there's several things that you want. And as an AD, you don't want to go into like the tanky tree, you want to go into the cunning tree. And the reasoning for this is because this is for last hitting. This is for, well, I guess you don't really have to get that many potions. You can get for red buff, or you can go for the potions. And then this is for the merciless thing, where in the old offensive tree this was here, and this is really big for ADs. And then on top of that, you want to get dangerous game because it restores your health and mana. You don't need the gold as much. You need, because you're last hitting, you need the health back. So if you were playing AD, it would probably look something like this because you don't need any of this stuff. So now I'm going to start over again. Let's say you're playing a tank. I think I would suggest this tree because this is tank and this is the merciless thing. I think that personally, actually it's really hard to choose, honestly. I don't even know what to do for tank. Even for tank, I'd probably still go like I don't know, something like, if you're an AP tank, I would go this. You get the melee. You get this, and then you would get. You're not gonna get that many kills, so I guess you could go oppressor. And like even on tanks, some tanks even go offensive, but we're not gonna go into that. So you don't really need this that much. So a bonus armor and magic resist 6%, or you can get regen. I think 6% is a lot, so I think I'd go with that. 2 less damage from basic. Yeah, you definitely want that. Total health. Summoners reduced, or 50% health regen. This one's a rough one because you need flash to engage. I think it's player preference, but people probably go summoner spells. The tendency is pretty big. This, no one really ever liked Legendary Garden anyways. And then for this damage reduction, it's probably damage reduction. Wait a second. Large monsters and siege minions that you or nearby allies kill grant you 20 and 10 per minute health. Wait, to 300. Okay. Okay. If it's max at 300, it's not that much. Because the 4% damage reduction is going to give you much more. And then for this, every 4 seconds in combat, your next attack against an enemy champion steals life equal to... What the fuck? Okay, you probably want this. Because it steals 3% of life to your max health and you're a tank. That is fucking ridiculous. So, anyways, you're not gonna want these that much. I mean, it could be good if you're like a utility tank, but I think this is what you would probably do for a tank. And then finally, if you're a support, you would probably go into this because I think this is more of a utility tree. So you probably want movement speed for roaming. You want potions for your lane. I mean, you could get mana, but I think supports would probably go this actually, because the damage is too good. You want this for lane as a support. You don't need magic pen. You want cooldown. And if you're a healer, you could probably go this. If you're... I think this is more of a caster, so it's probably if you're like a poke like Zyra of Vel'Koz, and then this is dealing 30% of max health within 2 seconds gives you movement speed. Yeah, so you're definitely not wanting that. You're going to want this. So that would be for the support. And then you would want, if you're a tank support, you probably go this one for the melee. But if you're not a tank support, you probably can go like HP regen. You could probably go, movement speed's good too, but if you want to be tankier or if you want to run faster, either or. Bonus all shields and healing on you. You're not going to really be healing yourself, so you probably get total health. And then you get reduced cooldown because you're a support. So these are the 3 things that I would probably do if you're support, AD, or tank. As for casters, you'd probably go 21 or 18 into here, and then probably into here for the dangerous game. So these are my first impressions on the mastery tree. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I just wanted to make a quick video and see what you guys thought. Thanks for watching.